do, Chooms? Welcome back. It's been quite some time. I don't even know if I remember how to still do this. I'm still looking up in the like corner where my like comment stuff is and everything, and remembering that I moved my camera. It's been that long. And long story short, I kind of got discouraged from playing Cyberpunk because in the midst of me making lore videos as well as trying to work on that my Neon V or Neo V series. My main profile that I was using that had every bit of everything that I've ever explored in Cyberpunk, I accidentally erased. And I didn't know how to take that. I thought that I had, at least a couple previous files before or in the same area as that profile was, and that was not the case whatsoever. The reality is, hold on, I'm moving my phone around. The reality is that I accidentally erased that, and it it ruined a lot of content that I had, and with just the amount of work that I put into that profile, it was disheartening that that whole thing was wiped away in an instant and there was nothing I could do to recover it, at least not to my knowledge. If y'all know a way for me to recover that, cool. I do know that I can share my save file from my PC version of Cyberpunk, and I could use that. And I just haven't necessarily gotten around to doing that yet, of syncing those up and then pulling over that profile. There's a lot of changes and differences in that profile just because in the PC version I was using mods a lot more just because that was the best way to play the game at that time. And if you got a PC and you're talking about Cyberpunk, why the hell would you not have mods? You know what I'm saying? That's why when it came to the concept of console mod support being available or the thought of console mod support becoming a thing for Cyberpunk, it was breathtaking to me. I was like, yes, yes, the Neon V series is gonna get even better. And nah, they said, fuck y'all, Chooms. We're not giving you crazy ass Mercs. No mod support. If you want mod support, build a PC, get yourself a nice situation, and do it on there. And support those lovely modders. And from your boy Space, I hope that you take that and actually do support some of those modders, because they put in a lot of work, and they did put in a lot of work to save the game versus where it was to where it is. And thanks to the huge changes that the CDPR team has made to Cyberpunk over the years to celebrate their anniversary. This game, I know that it's probably been said before, but I just want to say it as well. If the version of Cyberpunk 2077 with the Phantom Liberty situation came out 2026, maybe not 2020, if it came out 2025, if it came out this year, it could have been, and in my opinion probably would have been, very much either the runner up for Game of the Year, or it would have swept Expedition 33. You know what I mean? Like Cyberpunk would have swept Expedition 33. It would have swept direction. It would have swept narrative. It would have swept I don't know if there's an open world category, but it would have swept that shit too if there was an open world category. You know what I mean? Like Cyberpunk, as of today, is one of the best RPG games around. And if you have not played it yet, I recommend you play it. Don't play it on Mac, though. I'm sorry. I know people, Mac ain't going to support me. Mac ain't going to sponsor me. I don't give a damn. Because who plays games on MacBook? Who? Not me. That's your boy Space. I don't play that. I don't play that shit. I play on PlayStation 5, baby. So, without further ado, welcome back. Thank y'all for being here. I'm happy to see y'all. I've missed a lot of y'all. Trust me when I say I've missed all of y'all. It's just I don't live by this. Hold on. I'm trying to turn it to where it doesn't make any of my notifications, messages, or whatever it is don't, because my calendar is still going and I'm on vacation right now. So if my calendar pop up pings, and I don't want it to do that. So I'm just trying to make sure everything is all turned down, or turned off at least, to where we don't have to worry about that type of stuff. we're back in the mix now. What's up here? But man, all I can say is that really, welcome back. Thank y'all so much for being here. We're gonna be just playing some Cyberpunk. I'm gonna be playing on a profile. The fact that I lost my main profile is still heartbreaking nonetheless. I've been putting a lot of work in on this profile too. And for those who don't know, if you've played Cyberpunk before, you probably have multiple different saves, multiple different accounts. And if I'm being honest, losing my main one, it ruined me. It took everything out of me as far as creation went when it comes to Cyberpunk content. And on top of that, working on building a gym. For those who don't know that part of my life as a coach or a fitness person, fitness person. Like as a fitness coach, for those who don't know me or don't know that side of me, it is something that I may not talk a lot about in this space, just because I try to separate my video game love from my fitness, from my love of fitness. And actually, I can't even say for my love of fitness. It's not even it's not the love of fitness. Like, for me to say my love of fitness, I would much more consider that the people who are bodybuilders, who are aesthetics people, you know what I mean? Like those type of folks. My love for coaching and learning about the body is absolutely something that it engulfs me, and I can't help but to think about it constantly. And being on vacation now is my one time where I'm trying to separate not thinking about fitness. As that I sleep thinking about it, I wake up thinking about it, everything is thought about it. And when I lost the profile to Cyberpunk, it completely threw me in that bubble of like, well, you don't have anything else. You might as well just go back and just do fitness. And for the last like almost 3 months, I would say I have not been here. I've been gone into this whole fitness thing and building the gym. So yeah, it's been crazy. Oh, what's up, JT? What's happening, big dog? Talking about fitness at the moment of time. Sitting there talking about how I want to not talk about fitness and not deal with that type of stuff. My boy JT is literally one of the people who kind of helped me get on this path, if I'm being honest. I owe a huge thank you to my boy Justin, as if it wasn't for him being in his spot, as far as the universe putting him in his place, like to be in a position to give me my opportunity, you know what I mean, to become what I consider is the transition between a trainer and to a coach. And I'm not talking about your coach like, you know, like, well, I know for me, like I have coaches, like my football coaches, those type of people, like the coaching that they do is different than what I'm talking about. It's still providing the same thing. I think, in my opinion, a real coach is somebody who can interweave the physical concepts that you're coming to them for and weave in a lot of interpersonal growth as well as social growth, and helping pull what you may not think you have within you and putting that as one of the first thoughts that you have, replacing doubt with confidence, not cockiness. I personally think that's part of what a coach's job is, outside of just solving like certain like problems and puzzles, you dig? So I got to thank my boy Justin for that. But yeah, we're gonna be back on. We're just gonna start a little bit of casual playthrough on some Cyberpunk 2077. It is Christmas Eve, and Merry Christmas Eve to all y'all out there. Merry Christmas Eve to the folks who celebrate Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, happy holidays. Much love to you. If you don't celebrate the holidays, fuck it. It's just another Thursday. Happy Thursday to your ass. You know what I'm talking about? It don't matter to me, baby. You ain't gonna offend me. I'm not telling you you have to be a Christmas person. You don't have to do shit. As a kid, I gotta be honest. As a kid, there was, and well, as an adult now, I have certain thoughts about it, and that's like, sometimes I feel just because of the way that I discovered Santa Claus wasn't real, it shifted how I deal with Santa Claus now. Like, I think the concept of the holiday wonderment, the joy that comes with, you know, participating in the holidays and just this time of the year is phenomenal. The thing that I think I have an issue with, and this is the adult side. This should not necessarily be put on kids whatsoever. Let kids stay kids. Let them enjoy the imaginary. Let them enjoy the fantastical. Let them enjoy all that type of stuff. I just have a I have a weird thing that, like, knowing that my mom worked super hard to buy me gifts. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that my mom was the one that was fighting in the lines in the stores trying to make sure that I got whatever the hell I wanted to get that was rare, or whatever the heck that I was asking for that she could afford, and make sure that my Christmas was amazing. For her to pass that off to this fictitious character that's supposed to come into my house at nighttime and I can't see him or whatever it is, there's a naughty and nice list and I got to leave this dude cookies and shit. It was like, my mom was doing all that hard work, not this random ass motherfucking dude that came into my crib. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where, like, the line in the sand for me was like, I'd rather give my mom all that praise. I'd rather give my mom all that glory of, like, my mom worked hard, my mom did this, my mom did that. Yet, that's, again, how I feel as an adult. You know what I mean? Or how I started to feel as an adult versus just believing in that as a kid, because I still think the kids should believe in Santa Claus. I think the kids should still believe. Whoa, what the fuck? You all right, bro? Freddie Riley.
Why are you following me?
I ain't following. What the fuck? Bro, you lucky I can't break through this glass, bro. You lucky I can't break through this glass, homie. You over here standing at this glass looking like a damn crackhead, aka a zombie or some shit. And you talking about, why am I following you? To follow you, brother, I have to be behind you, consistently following your trajectory. I walked up to you. I'm confronting you, if anything. I ain't following your stinking ass. You lucky, bro. You lucky, bro. Mother, I slapped that damn. He lucky, man. He don't know. He don't know how. He don't know how I got here. He don't know what shoes I'm stepping in. I'm a boy. I'm gonna catch you on the streets, baby. Catch you on the streets, gump. You know what I'm saying? People out here talking that spit. We've been leapfrogging each other this whole damn time. Yeah, man. Oh, and I wouldn't even consider it leapfrogging, man. I would say I would consider it more like a tandem climb, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? We're both scaling the same in ways. We're scaling the same wall, but just in different positions. As far as, like, not like positions as in status, but in positions as in the lanes that we're training in. You know what I mean? I'm opening a facility. You're running a facility out of you know what I mean? Out of your home, which I think is overhead. Smart fucking idea. You know what I mean? But where if I get to a point, then my job at that point isn't to ensure that you don't get there. You know what I mean? Or to stub your progression. It's to find a safe space to put in a new lock, to put in a new place so we can, like, latch into and to continue the ascent. And once you get to that point, let's say my arm can't reach that part, you know what I mean? Just using physical metaphor, physical attributes that we both have, the fact that you're a little taller than me. Like, if my arm can't reach and yours can, then once you get to that spot, or once you get there, then that's the same thing for you, is to belay or to hook or to help establish a position to where I can progress. And even if I don't take the same path as you because of our different situations that we're in, then giving me a safety net to know that I'm not going to plummet all the way down, or like, hey, how about this? And that helps me, since my height isn't necessarily going to change, but that helps me get to the next position that I need to get to, or to get on the same platform as you if I have to take a different route. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't even say like leapfrogging. It's, you know, and I get the thing as far as, like, I'm you know, to leapfrog somebody, you push a person down, you know what I mean, and you have to go over them. When I think that it's definitely more of a partnered career pursuit. You know, we're all trying. I think sometimes in what we do, or just in the professional settings, there's people who feel threatened by other people's progress. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. When you're in a space where, you know what I mean, positions and favoritism or whatever the hell could be, anything can happen in a job setting where you're not the one in control. And so since you're not in control, you have to dance. You have to masquerade who you really are in order to get there, or you have to, potentially at times, kind of fuck some people over to get to where you want to get to. And now being in this space where we don't have to necessarily worry about that because we're not in the same facility trying to vouch for the same position. We're in the same world trying to do the same thing. We're just trying to help people, And the cool thing about what we do and how we help people now is that we get to help people based on our skill set, what we love. We get to curate it to where we are happy with who comes in our facility. And then the other thing is that we get to allow those people to choose us based off of those parameters. You know what I mean? So when they come into it and they're like, oh, well, they go into a gym facility that is completely saturated with a bunch of clients and a bunch of members and a bunch of people who are completely in shape, or, all these different variables. They get to come into a space that we curate, and they feel a lot less intimidated. They feel a bit more involved as far as the integration into the family, your philosophy. And that helps a lot. That helps a lot. Because when you meet people at where they are, sometimes people are coming into this whole thing with, their ass in their hands going, hey, look, for me, I've tried everything I think I know how to do and nothing has worked. And I'm asking you based on what you're offering, and it sounds like exactly what I need. All we have to do is not be fucking snake oil salesmen. You know what I mean? That's all we have to do is like, okay, if I say I have the credentials and I've put in the hours and I've done the continued education and I've consistently upgraded my knowledge about fitness, if I'm not a snake oil salesman and I've continued to do that, I'm not gonna have an issue when a person comes to me desperate looking for help. I'm not gonna be like, oh no, I hope I accomplish what they're looking for me to accomplish. Now, what I do say is, I hope I bring the vibration that helps unlock their limitations, because I can have. Ooh, that cop almost ran over that damn cop. You see that shit? I almost ran over a police. That would have been bad. There ain't no amount of training that's gonna help me out with that. But I can have all the knowledge in the world, but if I'm meeting a person that is a vault that still isn't in the position to really just relinquish that fear or that control, like, man, it's hard for coaches to do anything. You know what I mean? Like, that's just like if you're a chef and you cook a meal for a client that says they desperately want, vegetables or whatever it is, they need a better diet. If you cook them the meal, as the chef, I can't make them eat a damn thing that's on that plate. They can look at this plate and it's everything that they ask for, everything that they want, and they go, nah, I don't want that. It's like, but it's exactly what you said you wanted. You know what I mean? Not only did I give you exactly what you wanted, but I've put a little bit of flavor on it. I've done this and done that. And they're like, I don't want that. And if they're not hungry, if they're not interested, it doesn't work. You know what I mean? So it's not just about, having like confidence is one thing. I do have the confidence as a coach that I can help anybody accomplish their goals. The thing that I hope is that through our connection, that person feels the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, okay, this person is actually here to help and take care of me. They're not here to take advantage of me. They're not gonna, like, I'm in 6 months, I'm not gonna look the same. You know what I mean? They don't worry about that. It's kind of like being in if I can give you another kind of representation, it's kind of like, when you break up with somebody, if I take all of the fear, the trauma and issues from my last relationship into my new relationship, I'm not doing the new person any justice. You know what I mean? I'm constantly living in fear. I'm constantly blaming them for what's going on. I'm constantly thinking that they're doing something that these other people are doing. And if people have bad coaching experiences, that can also linger. That can travel with them. And then they meet you, and then they have that same vibe. It's like, oh, well, I've heard this all before, and blah, 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 blah. What makes you different? That's the fun part to me. I think that maybe comes from like my salesman background. That's the fun part to me. Like, I was also, when I was doing acting at the time, I know a lot of people hated the audition process. I loved the audition process. I thought the audition process was the last opportunity for me to, or was the opportunity for me to really show, not that I'm better than anyone, but that I can embody exactly what you're looking for. You know what I mean? And being a coach, when somebody comes to me and they have that kind of vibration around them, it's like, I don't always want that, but if you're coming to me with that, you're in the best hands possible, because we're going to ease that tension. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get this solved. We're going to figure you out. And if I can't help you, then being in this position as a coach too, another place that you don't want to be is you just don't want to be desperate as a coach. It's hard when you're starting off early. That's why when you have kids that are taking steroids and talking about sign up for my coaching, I'm 17 years old, blah, 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 blah. For me, it's like, motherfucker, you ain't done shit yet to prove that you're even worthy of taking care of clients. Just because you're having a good cycle of steroids doesn't mean that you know the body. You know what I mean? That's just like a person who can lat pull down the whole rack but can't do more than 5 pull-ups. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Just because you think you know something doesn't mean you truly know something. And I'm happy that more people are interested in being coaches, but just like a lot of things in the fitness industry that's unfortunate is that the fitness industry, tech industry, I even think music industry are some of the things, and even when we're talking like fitness, we can even say like diet and all that stuff too, but it's very easy for it to go from being very healthily promoted to just becoming a fad. You know what I mean? Like, if you know what I mean? Simply put, there was a point in time where everybody talked about carb free. Then that was heavy on carb free. Like, you shouldn't be eating carbs. Carbs are the worst. You shouldn't have no carbs in your thing. And it's like, y'all motherfuckers don't understand what carbs really are. If you're trying to avoid carbs in general, then there's a lot of shit you're gonna have to stop eating, period. Pretty much to the point where you're not really eating much of shit. But then it became, oh, well, you gotta have carbs, but then it's the right carbs. And then it's like, okay, well then it's the paleo diet. You gotta do this. And then it's the carnivore diets and all that. And it's like, shit becomes very faddish, or like just become this point of like so hyper focused that it stops to make sense. When it's, listen, if people are talking about alkaline water and now people are talking about acidic water, oh, well, back in the day, you gotta drink a lot of alkaline water. The issue with why you're not sleeping, why you're not getting these things is because you're not drinking alkaline water. You gotta up your alkaline water. And then now it's like, oh, well, now it's the same reason that you're not sleeping, that you're not thinking, is because you're not drinking acidic water. You gotta squeeze lemon in your water. Come on now. You know what you need to do if you want to get healthy? I'm gonna just break it simple for you. Move, and when I mean move, that can be a simple exertion. Walking. Easy we walk all the time. This is where it starts to get a little crazy. Don't walk to the fridge and grab that ice cream bucket. You know what I mean? Walk outside of your home, take a couple loops around the block a few times, and then come inside. And instead of having that, have some yogurt. I know. I can't have my ice cream. You're already telling me that, I have to change my diet. It's not about completely changing things. It's about you conditioning yourself to have more control over your own habits. That's all that's, if you can control your habits, you will have a better outcome. You know what I mean? I still eat cookies. I still eat ice cream. I still eat a lot of junk food, a crap ton. But I understand my habits. I understand the times where I'm eating too much junk food. My stomach does not like me for that. At the times where I'm doing, especially during holiday season, my stomach is like, bruh, fuck you. Why are you doing this to me? I thought we were friends. Girl, where your ass at?
I'll rip out your spine!
Oh, hold on. Hold on, girl. Hold on, baby.
X9 Pacific Dreams.
Oh shit, I was trying to box her. My bad, baby. My bad. Nope. Where is she? Ooh. Ooh. I can't see her. She beat my ass, boy. She beat my ass. Hold on. Ah! Oh my God. This lady is fucking me up. It's been a minute. Hold on, lady. Ah! Don't hit me. This girl's about to kill me. This girl is beating my ass. Oh. Whoa. Whoa. I see her now. I think I'm getting the hang of it. Let her ass out. We're good. All right, I forgot what I was getting myself into. All this. I call this lady. Oh, I gotta read her thing first. All right, let's read this. Lieutenant Maurer, code red. Dr. Martin Sepura, copy. Reading the biomon. Describe your symptoms. Convulsions, cramps, can't shut off my implants, aggression. Understood. Biomon data suggests an inevitable loss of control soon. Like the fuck are we talking? Like, yeah, you just calmly tell me. I'm just gonna go crazy. Oh my God, please no, don't call Max Tech. I just need some downers is all. Of course, don't worry. Militech takes care of its own. Militech takes care of its own. Head to this address. It's out of the way. It's an out of the way place. Damn, I can't read this morning. You won't be able to hurt anyone there. Our paramedics come get. Okay, I did read that right. Our paramedics come get you and take you to a clinic. You'll be back to normal in a couple of days. Thank you. Thank you so much. No problem. You look out for the Corps, and the Corps looks out for you. But did they though? In the game, this is one of the first ones this is one of the first cyber psychos you can meet. They send you the data from the Militech woman. Turns out she was the Corp special unit. Clearly, she's felt something was seriously wrong and put out a call for help. But instead of help, Militech sent this hit squad. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't trust them. Taking the money. Why would I not take the money? It's there. This fool got some money on him too. Give me that. I'll take that money. I don't need the sniper ammo. I'm definitely taking money because y'all was gonna come over here and kill this poor lady. Give me this. I'm gonna take the handgun ammo. Dumbass. Well, she almost killed me too. So hey, I ain't gonna say nothing. But what you got here? Give me that. I'll take that. No real? No. Look at this guy up here splayed out. Splayed out. Look at him. Tier 8 components. I'm gonna sell that. Ain't gonna do me any good. All right. Yeah, everything's good here. Can't believe y'all was gonna kill this poor woman though. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. You got money on you? I wonder how they feel about me just kind of robbing some of their peeps while I'm just chilling right here. Oh shit, everybody's gone. I come back outside thinking people are gonna be here. They say, you handle that, you good, brother, we out. Okay, my bad. What's up, Chew? You think they celebrate Christmas in 2077? You know what? I'll say this. I'll say, just like a lot of other things, some people try to celebrate Christmas in 2027. It might not look the same. and it might be more so kind of how they celebrate how they celebrate Christmas in Futurama. You know, people shut their windows, they lock up their houses and whatnot because the Santa Claus that we know ain't the one that's coming to town. You dig? But I think just because it takes place in such a setting, I would say, yeah, it may not snow, maybe acid rain or something like that comes down instead of snow up in this bitch. But hey, I don't think Night City's lost its festiveness, you know what I mean, or its holiday cheer. At least you hope not, because how grim this place is. I would love though if there was. So if there was, it would be dope if there was like a carnival or a float, like a festival, how they did for the parade. You know what I mean? That'd be cool. But now we're asking 2077 to live. You know what I mean? And I think that's such a, the game has come so far, but knowing that it's still, that it's as great as this game is now, there's still some, you know, still some life that can be breathed into it. But I'm just saying, if the game came out this year, or like if it came out before the Game Awards, my personal opinion, if it came out as it is now with the Phantom Liberty expansion and everything that they've done to the game as of today, the game would be heavy contention for Game of the Year. And I know how strong Expedition 33's votes were, but if you put something, that's just to say Expedition 33, I'm not trying to say Cyberpunk 2077 is going to be or is as good as what GTA 6 could be, but what I'm saying is that in the same category and what they deliver, that if Expedition 33 went up against GTA 6, there would be no Expedition 33 sweep. You know what I mean? As far as Game of the Year goes, it would all went to Grand Theft Auto. If Cyberpunk came out this year with Expedition 33, I think that would be some heavy competition for Expedition 33, because what Cyberpunk brings to the table now versus what it launched with, they're not even the same game. You know what I'm saying? They're not even in the same category. This Cyberpunk is one of the few, if not, in my opinion, the tip of the spear when it comes to a fucked up launch being flipped into one of the best games ever made. Can't say it any other way. Like, this game saved the mods, the team, the CDPR team, the moves that they made with hiring what's his name? The new game director. Not Paul. No, what's his name? Armantangelo or whatever his name is. You know what I mean? That y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So, I can't express that enough. It's the CDPR team done, and we saw, this is where it starts to get crazy. Forgive me for pausing real quick, but this is just where I stand on the soapbox a little bit, because this game is amazing to me, and y'all know how much I love Cyberpunk. And the only reason I haven't played in months is because I accidentally erased my main profile, the one that I was doing a lot of my cut edits with, going back through and trying to like get content when I was making those lore videos, as well as the game was far enough along to where I could do things in that game, like world building wise, when I was making my Neon V series. And once that got erased, I completely I was destroyed. I was legitimately down in the gutter. But we saw games come after Cyberpunk 2077 that had terrible launches. How many of them not only survived, but how many of them were able to come back, and not only come back, but convince the fans to put more money into the game? You know what I'm saying? Nobody's done that, in my opinion. CDPR released a horrible game, gave us refunds on it, of course. You know what I mean? They took it out the PlayStation Store, did all that stuff. But they rebuilt the game under our noses, gave us patch launches, and then gave us an expansion that they made us pay for. An expensive expansion at that. It was a $40 expansion. That's almost as much as a regular game. And we said, okay. we gave it to them. Do I regret it? Hell no. Hell no, not one bit. Why you think I'm flying around on this game looking the way I look right now? Why you think I'm flying around on a white, you know what I mean, Yaiba right now? looking real good in the city right now. Now, some of the things that still plague me when it comes to the game is the world. Like, the world looks amazing, but if you spend enough time in Cyberpunk and you're playing on console, you're gonna notice a lot of the glitching. You're gonna notice a lot of the same characters, unorthodox pathways, the things that just still, in my opinion, should not be in the game at the moment in time. Even when they came out with the last patch and they did the whole, I mean, hey, if they want it, I always got time. I'm trying to hit the pole. Man, it's been a minute since I played this game, and I've missed every moment of it. Look at that. Even just the look at that saturation seeping into the concrete. I usually don't kill women. I'm being honest with you. No women, no children. I follow the same rules as Venture Bros. Brock Sampson, if y'all know what I'm talking about. But I'm just trying to get my bones back. Steel pipe. Most of this shit I'm gonna sell. You know what I mean? When I used to do like any advice for this game back in the day when I was kind of playing early on, a lot of that stuff was when you get a chance, some of the stuff that you get in this game, just fucking sell it, man. Like, make your money, get your bread up, and then do whatever else you need to do. Because I love that the game allows you to go. You can basically become a real badass before you really even start the first mission. You can be in a position where you could just go through and wipe out anybody that you come in contact with, which I think is amazing. You can even you don't even have to follow the story trajectory to do the Phantom Liberty expansion stuff. You can go right into the Phantom Liberty expansion shit. Well, actually, no. I take that back. Well, do they? I think they now allow you to, if you already have a profile, I think they allow you to skip to that, because if you don't, then you got to play until you meet the Voodoo Boys. After you complete one of the Voodoo Boys missions, which I think is the one where it's either after you've wiped out the Voodoo Boys already, where you've already killed spoiler alert. Motherfuckers, it's been like, they're in like the 5th year anniversary. Like, spoiler alert. But after you wipe out Placide and his folks, you get kind of like hacked by Songbird.
Listening to you live from the collective unconscious.
If I'm correct, let me know if I'm wrong on that. Because if we can just jump right into the Phantom Liberty expansion, let me know. Because I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But last time I remember that you could jump right into it. They said like you could skip through it if you had a profile or something like that. But if not, I think you got to play into the Voodoo Boys. He said I usually knock them out. Hell yeah. You dig what I'm saying? It's not that, like, don't get me wrong. Some of these women on here are pretty badass and they'll fuck you up. You know what I mean? Like, we're not trying to act like, you know, these ladies aren't capable of doing some heavy damage. Because anybody in Night City, that's the thing I do love about Night City, is that anyone in Night City can be dangerous. Buddy's over there, just posing, looking at us. That could be Mr. Blue Eyes. You know what I'm saying? This could be Mr. Blue Eyes posing as a couple or posing as one of them, spying on us. Because what are they looking at? Damn sure ain't looking down there, because ain't shit down there. What are they looking at? Us. V. You know what I'm saying? Look, shit go like Maelstrom over there. This dude over here happy to eat some buns. You know what I'm saying? Like brioche. That man said, I'm excited. But yeah, anybody in this game can be very dangerous. And I think that in a world like this where corruption is key, like if you think about the game itself, like I'm about to come over, and I love how the world is just constructed. Over here, you wouldn't notice if you didn't play the first mission that over here is where the Maelstroms were holding up. You know what I'm saying? This is part of their territory. You go in, you can't necessarily go in there at the moment in time, but if you go in there, like they had, this is where their whole operation was. Hey, bro, where you come from, bro? What time is it? Is it starting to get daytime? I think it's starting to get daytime. I might have to take care of the sniper guy here real soon. But I love a world that at any moment in time anything is a threat, and I like a world like this too because it seems that you can become anyone, and that was how the game when the game's trailers first came. That's how it was. That's how it was. They were just saying be anyone. Like you knew that you were gonna have a path or whatever it is, but be anyone. Use your money how you see fit. Become like a legend in Night City. And the only way you can become a legend though is the mercenary shit. When in my opinion, I'm hoping that in the next Cyberpunk stuff, they allow whatever life path you choose to have a bit more social integration into things. Like if you're able to choose to be a rocker boy, but you're a mercenary or you work for the government, that rocker boy stuff still is a part of who you are. You want to go to the bars, you thrive in those situations, or you get some buffs, like your social interactions are different or something like that. Like those things can play a part into it as well. Not saying that they have to overload anything or make it too far of an advantage, but if you are a rocker boy, your social interactions with people are a lot different than if they're not. Now, and I don't mean like you're a pretend rocker boy like Arasaka's son wanted to be. He wanted to be a rocker boy so damn bad that he was willing to do anything. He was basically not, as far as giving praise, he loved Johnny Silverhand. He loved that concept. And he wanted to be a rocker boy. He wanted to be a gang leader. He wanted to be all these things to the point where he stole the chip from his dad. Yep, go ahead. Well, I'm not going to help you, brother, because that's not my job right now. So I'm sorry that you're hit, but I'm going to sneak up on this guy. I'm going to break his fucking neck. Not really. I'm going to put him to sleep. Because on this profile, I've been putting all of the cyber psychos to sleep. I haven't been killing any of them. Fuck. I will let you know, though. He don't see me. He don't see me. Does he? Bro, if you want this smoke, I will fuck you. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, move! Oh, that son bitch threw something. Dumbass. Hey, Bucko, where you at?
Invasion!
I didn't switch to my. See, that's the problem with me not playing for a while. Like switching to my my weaponry is a little bit different. Well, I feel like I'm not as fast as I used to be. All right, brother, hold on now. Wait a minute now. I just wanted to talk. I just want go home. I'm not going home. I'm definitely not going home without yo ass being. Get your ass down.
Better look around.
I will. You lucky, bro. Because this guy right here, if I'm going to be frank with y'all, I shot this dude first chance I got when I was in some of my early playthroughs. I blew his ass up. I shot him. I did everything I could to kill his dad. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with all that. Give me this goddamn gun right here, Playboy. You lucky I'm nice in this playthrough. Because if it was old me, this was old space, your ass would be dead. I do have a mercenary that my female V, that woman is an absolute monster. And what I mean by monster is she's a brute. So the way that I made my female character was I tried to be sneaky. I was like, all right, I'm going to try to be stealthy. But the caveat to that is that if I'm spotted by one person, just one, everybody in that building that's an enemy is dead automatically. That's how I played that game. So as soon as somebody was like, oh, look at that, I'd wipe the whole building. Just no ifs, ands, buts about it. Everybody's dying. And I loved that because it was just pure chaos. That's all it was. Blowing things up, using the environment, killing people, taking their guns, doing all that stuff. You know what I mean? Just like, I was basically Adam Smasher in female form. What's my favorite neighborhood? Man, that's, you know what? I gotta be. So I do love Hayward, but the Glen neighborhood, just because that apartment in the Glen is fly as hell to me. I love the apartment in the Glen, but I still got to be honest too, man. If I could get a crib up in Oakwood that ain't carry Uridines, I'd be in Oakwood too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even go front with you. My ass would absolutely be up in Oakwood doing my thing. Sending motherfuckers to the columbarium. Yeah, baby. Well, yeah, I love the Glen. I live on this profile. I live in the Corpo Plaza. Like, that's where I stay at. I kind of like that concept of security. And with this player, my storyline. So each playthrough that I have, I create like a storyline behind them. And with this character, it's the simple, the betrayal story from the Corpo lifestyle. And for me, getting back into the Corpo apartments, because during my earlier playthroughs, what I would do is that I would hide. So, you know, when you get like the shitty apartment or whatever it is, after you go through the first missions where V gets, you know, shot in the head and you come back and all that stuff, is that the prologue or whatever it is? I don't know. But after you go through that, then I started living in the shitty apartment. And then as I started to get money and started to build up my Merc, I would move. And the whole point of me living in the shitty one was like, you know, Arasaka's looking for me. They're gonna find me if I'm still in my normal apartment. Blah 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 blah. You know, the whole nine. That's the concept I gave my character to kind of reinforce why I was living like a bum while I was doing things. And even now, like how I play this game and how I play this profile. And I'm not doing it to that degree right now, but this character, I eat every day. I try to find different clothes to wear outside of the ones where I'm merking, which is kind of like I got a couple outfits that I wear when I'm doing my merc job. And it depends on how I want to run around, because I'm always wearing a mask, so I'm acting like my identity is covered up all the time. But I do have one that I create it's the full skull mask, and that right there is when I'm in Edge Runner mode. I'm hacking things. I'm killing everything. Like, I'm an assassin that you probably will never come in contact with. That's when I go like Edge Runner. But hold on, I gotta get more data from around here. I gotta collect a few more things. Here we go. Yeah, I use it. Push order urgent. Dan, I need that stuff from my head. I really, really, really need it. I'm out. Starting to think some desperate shit on loot. I know I owe you, but fuck, man. I need it, and I need it today, you know? Whatever you want in exchange, man, I'll do anything, okay? I gotta kill, steal, whatever. Please. What if Dan was like, I want you? Hey. How you want it? Dear Mr. Lau, I regret to inform you that due to your repeated defaults on your payments, we are now forced to foreclose on the property for which the loan was taken out. Milagro, Terrence, 12. Please vacate the premises within 3 working days of receipt of this message. Otherwise, we will introduce eviction measures as part of the clear to kit. This decision is final and irreversible. Sincerely, Liam Tureski, Customer Service Department. Have y'all ever seen or heard of this movie called The Big Hit, starring Mark Wahlberg? If y'all have, welcome into my mind real quick. In the movie, Mark Wahlberg plays a mercenary. And in this world, he gets betrayed by his team. He said, no, didn't he? Hey man, this dude sound desperate, man. He probably full Diddy at this point. You dig what I'm saying? He said, "Hey, whatever you want, I'm taking it, baby. Got the baby oil laced with the LSD. Give it to me. I'll take that writ now. I just need something to fix my shit." I don't think this person can claim. It's like, I mean, beggars can't be choosers. Beggars can't be saying no Diddy. Shit. But in the movie Big Hit, he plays a mercenary that gets betrayed or gets kind of set up, and there's this constant riff in the movie where he has to return a King Kong videotape to a movie store, and how the guy calls him and leaves him messages of like, you're late, late fees, blah, 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 blah. And one of the message, he was like, "And if you do not return that VHS or whatever, I will have you killed." And he hangs up the phone. And that's what this reminds me of. It's like, all right, well, if you don't get on up out of here in 3 days, I'm gonna bust your ass. But Mr. Liao is going through it right now. Due to the termination of your employment at the Mercenary Solution Corporation, your health insurance policy, PTSD Shield, has been canceled effective immediately. Any appointments made prior to this notice have been canceled, and any medications have been discarded. All right, scroll down. We also inform you that you are welcome to use the government's Veterans Care Program. Current appointment wait time is 756 days. That's almost a 2-year fucking period. If anything, I think that is like 2 years. To register for an appointment, please send the following text message: "Help." Wishing you good health and the best of luck. Ann McElwin, I think so, McElwin, senior consultant, Heroes Care Ltd. See, when you living in this world, man, it's not too different like than what we got going. Like, we have a lot of shit going on. You know what I mean? Veterans that don't have the health care that they need. A lot of shit happening to the world at large. But the thing that I feel is so human about the game, outside of that, is that the lack of care from some of these like automated services are very much like they're right in front of your face. Oh, I think I made a mistake. FF? No, I didn't. FF. Ooh, wait. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have a double. God damn it. 7A is gonna give me another one, so I'm gonna have to go 55, 7A. All right, sorry. Gotta get that money, baby. You gotta get these components. You gotta get that bread. Just because I'm a mercenary up in this place don't mean I ain't. Whoa, that's the police. All right, let me hit this Regina lady up. Let's see what's cracking. All right, our psycho's out cold but alive, transferring you the data, I gather. Looks like it was an ex-Merc working for some corp. Soon as he stopped being useful, they tossed him out on the street. Guy kept his combat implants, had PTSD, stopped taking his meds. You'll fill in the blank. So, for those who don't know, when you get implanted in this world, cyberpsychosis is a big thing. But not only is cyberpsychosis in itself, it's what causes cyberpsychosis. And a lot of it is the pain, the problems, and the nerve problems that come with the implants. So if the person themselves works for a major corp, then they're going to get all of the benefits to help negate a lot of those problems that come with implants. But if they don't, or similar to this guy, if they're deemed non-useful anymore, just kind of like, tossed to the wolves, they're not getting shit. And when I was talking about that human side to everything, it's like when you don't have the money, when you don't have the situation, they don't give a damn. Some people do. I can't say the whole world doesn't give a damn. There's no such thing as all and every. I don't believe in that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that everything or everyone or every something or all of something is that way. You know what I mean? Like when they're like all just some dumbass narratives, you know what I mean? Like all black people are criminals, all white folks are racist and all that type of dumb shit. You know what I mean? It's like, no. Some, yes. All, no. But fuckers. Hey, eat your brain. I would if I could. All right, let's get up out of here. It's starting to get early. We were kind of murking at night. Let's go ahead and grab a little bit of food from somewhere, and then we'll make our way back to the crib. Probably got to end up getting. I definitely need to go shopping. But since I lost my main profile that had all my stuff in it, this is the closest profile that I have to that one in any capacity, and it's way far off. That other profile was on borderline, like platinum status. But again, I think that I can pull. I know I can. I just haven't done it yet. I can pull one of my other play profiles from my PC playthroughs. I just haven't done that. Those characters are also just different. You know what I mean? At that time when I was playing, because I originally got the game on PlayStation 4 because that's just how my life was. I couldn't afford a PlayStation 5, and then when I could afford a PlayStation 5, I got swindled on TikTok, or not TikTok, on Twitter by a person that was scamming, saying that they were selling PS5s. I know, space, how could you? But that was during the time where the PlayStation, like, if y'all know the early PlayStation 5 wave, then y'all understand where I'm coming from, because y'all know damn well it was so hard to get a PlayStation 5. It wasn't even, what is it, smart machine gun? No, that's nothing special. I could disable this though for components though. I think I got three gold tier weapons. I think I might break some of those down. Let's sell this shit though. Sell this pipe. I keep my axe. I've not really used one of these batons. I have not used one of those yet. I need to put that on somebody's ass though. Beat the shit out of somebody. It's not today. Let me see, what else do I need to get rid of? I gotta get rid of a lot of these too, but I might break some of these down once we go back to the crib, because that's how I usually do it. So I'll collect some things that I don't need, I'll sell, and then when I get back to the crib, that's when I do a lot of, like, I treat this character as if they have some type of, like, life going on. You know what I mean? Call it what you want. Space, you're fucking crazy. We all play video games. We're crazy to some degree. I'm no different. But this game allows for that. I think that this game would be one of the best like role-playing games if it was allowed, if they would open up a bit more of the world and allow the characters to explore more of that, instead of just limiting it to, when I'm going outside, the only things that I'm really there to do is to kill people or to complete missions, nothing else. And I'll take the character home. I'll break all my stuff down. I'll put my weapons up. So I'll discard my weapons. I just don't have them on me while I'm at home. I'll change my clothes. I'll get something to drink or something to eat. Smoke a cigarette, acting like I'm smoking a blunt or smoking a J, because I don't smoke cigarettes. To each their own, though. If you smoke, that's cool. If you smoke cigarettes, that's cool. But, you know, it's just not me. And I'll break down weapons. So I'll break down things that I don't need, fix up things that I need, and just tweak things. The Merc style, the Merc lifestyle. And then when I'm getting ready to go out, depending on what missions I'm feeling like running, then I'll take my weapons accordingly. You know what I'm saying? So in this case here, I was just kind of feeling like doing a bunch of cyber psychos. My goal is to clean up this area of cyber psychos. And I think I just have one more left in this area here. Let me make sure. Yeah, I think I just have one more left, and that's this fucker right here. You know what I mean? So let's go grab some food. What about you? What's your favorite neighborhood? Like where you like to hang out and hold up? And also, what life path did you choose? I've played all life paths. My favorite to play on is Corpo. Oh, and one more question I got for you. Do you sing any of the songs that come on the radio? Because I do. There's somebody behind me. Oh, I love that. Hold on, I was gonna take a screenshot of that. Hold on. No, I was trying to do it. I was trying to take a screenshot of literally how I was looking with the Yaiba sign in the background. Like, how can y'all, like, again, for those who don't play Cyberpunk, how can you tell me, and this is just, again, just looking around this world, this is beautiful. This is like, Cyberpunk and the CDPR team created a beautiful world. The depths at which they went to make this place seem believable, to give it culture, to give it a representation of this is something that could be built or kind of an exaggerated version of what we could have. I love it. I love it. For that sweet, 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 clean speed. Sweet, clean speed. Gotta get your fix, baby. That sweet, 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 clean speed.
What you recommend?
Nothing. I sell grub, not advice. I don't need this. Don't know what you like to eat? I can't help you. Sorry, but not sorry. Not my problem.
Yes, I could kill him. Yes. But
Feeling kind of peckish.
feeling kind of peckish.
Think we can help you with that.
And sometimes people are rude if you're not spending money. So you spend a little money. Damn, this motherfucker got a blade. Luckily, I didn't attack his ass. He got a fucking blade on him. He would have tried to slice my throat. Ooh, consumable chocolate. We're buying that. And this is something too that I think is a misstep for Cyberpunk is they allow us to buy a lot of their different foods, items from noodles to croissants to bowls to drinks and all that stuff. But there is no animation for us to like. There's nothing when we consume them. There's nothing. They don't give us anything when we consume items. Like I mean, obviously we see the benefits of it, but there's no action for that. I would love to see my person, break down a candy bar and eat just a bite of it, like how they do in GTA. He literally unwraps a candy bar, takes one bite, throws that bitch away, or he takes like a couple bites of it and then tosses it. That's all we need. And then I'm always gonna give me a pack of Munchies, you know what I'm saying? Because your boy gets high. All right, peace. What the fuck is on the TV, actually? Search for place. Oh. Oh, hey, baby. I also fall in love with a lot of NPC characters on this game. Some of them just look so good. Some of them I'm wishing like, man, can I talk to you? Watch out, everybody. V coming through. Watch out now.
Don't wake up yet. You're listening to 88.9 Pacific Dreams.
Fuck the police. got a place called Gomorrah. See, and this is always the part where it's like, these are the things about Cyberpunk that's like kind of sad and upsetting. Is that there's a place here called Gomorrah. There's a gang over on this side. You know what? I'm not gonna get involved. I'm trying to get into Gomorrah, please. I know there's people shooting out here. I'm just trying to get into Gomorrah, please. Okay. Problem. You can't get into Gomorrah. When I'm talking about issues, those are some of those issues. And it looks so dope, too. Look at that sign. I want to get all up in there. What's this? Jacked and Coke. What up, baby? Let me get up in here. See? See? I can't go into the Bohemia and get jacked and coked up in here. I'm trying to get jacked and coked all up in here, okay? You gonna help me out?
Not a step closer.
Oh. No means no, so I'm gonna move around. We don't mess around here. I told you before, anybody can be dangerous, and if she say no like that, you leave that woman the fuck alone. Her face opens up and turns into a damn cannon and blast your fuck, flatlines you immediately. Hold up. Yeah, that's the biggest thing that I hope that the next Cyberpunk does, if we're just talking about potential. I hope that it allows. Ooh! I hope that it opens up a bit more of that type of stuff to the world for us players to interact with. They wouldn't lose out on it. If anything, they would make way more money. I know it takes a lot. It's not, you know what I mean? You can think about it, oh, this is not easy to do. But that's what this game is supposed to do, in my opinion. If you're talking about an open world RPG game built in a cyberpunk dystopian future, you should have access to a lot more shit than what we have access to. Like even GTA, you can call on the phone and call different companies and do all that type of stuff. On here, you can't do anything. Give me a second. Let me get to where I... Ooh, that was a wide-ass turn. I'm on a walk of shame. Cool with that. The daytime is coming up. Look at this, boy. Like, how can y'all not? I just don't get it. I don't get how people could not want to play this game who haven't tried it because they've heard all the stuff that when the game first originally launched. This game is nowhere near any of that type of stuff. This is I'm gonna get out. I'll get off my bike here in just a second. Let me pull up on this because people will hit your ass. Like, are you kidding me? I think double advertisement is dumb, but what do I know? But look, like, we're just across the bridge. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're just across the bridge. And this is what Japan, this is what it offers you. There's a lot of death and amazement and wonder all up in each one of these buildings. Fucking love it, man. I've missed Night City. I realize it every time I jump back on here, just how much I miss Cyberpunk 2077. Or not even just the game, but just the city. I miss riding around. It was one of the few cities that, for me, I play it as if I lived there. Oh yeah, we're getting back into the groove a little bit. Slowing down. And the color tones, it's cooler over here without the sun being in this area. It's a lot softer. Yo, we're over here. We're in the corpo land. So we just left so where we came from across the bridgeway. So we came from kind of, and I mean a little bit more in that area here, but like you just see the difference. You know what I mean? All this dense stuff here versus where we were. It's absolutely crazy to see just how different these areas are in their entirety. You know what I mean? I do still love, like, there's a part of me, there's a very deep part of me that loves the combat zone. Like, I love Dogtown. I like to go in there and just call some shit. We need food, animations, and restaurants. I do agree. Maybe even, you know what? Why not? Why not? Why can't you, again, what can't your Merc do? If Solomon Reed worked as a bouncer, you know what I mean? For Dominique, if he worked as a bouncer, why can't I? Hey, Naomi, how you doing? Burp. No, just kidding. I gotta scan my hand, baby. Gotta stand in the thing. Yo, scan in progress. Scan in progress. Security scan complete. I check my mail. They're all the same number. Again, they could have done, this is something that they could have done differently too. These are all the same number. Every last bit of detail on each one of these is all the same. It might sound crazy, but it's like, come on, man. Come on, man. There's so much detail in the game. This is where y'all decide to copy and paste. And it's like, you can even see. You know what I mean? Like I've said, the game is amazing, but there's still shit about the game where it's like, and if you live in Corporal Plaza, there's one neighbor that you pass by that's always thumping. Or it might be the club. Might be the club next door to us. There's a club like right behind. Dominique's club, to be exact. That motherfucker still at the doorway? Nah, he left. Son of a bitch. This is one of my favorite advertisements. At least you're wearing Jin Gucci. Like, this motherfucker's dying in the alleyway. It says, at least you look good. That's some good shit. All right, welcome to Mikasa. So, with this player's profile, I do love Pan Am. Don't get me wrong, Pan Am is technically the girlfriend in this playthrough, but the love of my life, y'all know, y'all know. Come on now. She's even. I even got her in the back. Like, come on now. My baby, and then the other love of my life, my Yaiba. My Yaiba Casper. I used to have this really cool ass shot from one of my old playthroughs until I erased that profile. where when I went to Dogtown and we were up in the hotel, the hotel that has that waterfall going through, I took a badass shot of that. That was pretty cool. But all right, let's do our thing. Put my axe back. Yes, stash it all. Did I buy the new bike? Yeah, you know what? I did. So I did the whole mission, where I got the car, the bike. I didn't get the truck. And what else did I get? I thought there was like 4 cars that they released. One of them I didn't really care for, but the new sports car I got and the new bike I did get. I did the missions for both of those. I like that new bike. I think it's sexy. I'm just something about the original Yaiba to me it's the Akira bike. You know what I mean? And I think that's part of it too. Is that it's the Akira bike that I really enjoy as far as the reason why I still ride that damn thing. All right, let's go ahead and disable that. I need it. Wait a second. I also need to see what can I craft at this moment in time. SP32 Grod. I don't need the Warden. Do I already have? Did I already craft a Warden? Check my inventory. I thought I already crafted. Yeah, I did. Okay. Just making sure. I can transfer this and break this gun down because this gun has no significance to me. How many damn wardens do I got? Katanas. All right. Dismember. Yep. All right. I think it's my last outfit. I'm making sure he's not nude. Oh my god. There was a point in this game where it was a risky business changing your character's outfit live. We're just gonna leave it there. Not really. We're not gonna. I'm gonna keep going. But that motherfucker, like the thing that would happen was while they're switching clothes, they would end up buck-a-dude. Not sexy. Not sexy. Okay, in this profile, what weapons do I need to collect? I need to get River's gun, which I think I'm on that mission to get River's gun. I already got Dex's gun. I thought I got Yorinobu Arasaka's gun too. From his table, from his nightstand. Those are Jackie's. These are the original pistols that you get. No, I don't need that. Dex's gun. For some reason the radio comes on when you're zoomed in. That's the smart. That's not Skippy. It could be, but anyway. And then I think that was the Yorinobu gun. I swear I picked that damn gun up. Yeah, it was the wait, is that not the... Am I remembering the wall wrong? I could be remembering the wall wrong, because when I originally got the shotgun that I thought was supposed to go in here, I thought it was going to be Rebecca's shotgun that went in there, and it's not Rebecca's shotgun. So you can still have an iconic weapon that it's not a wall weapon. So maybe that's not the pistol that I'm thinking of that goes into the wall. I thought it was his, or not Yorinobu. Yeah, Yorinobu. Because Saburo Arasaka is Papa Bear. Feels like I got a little something in my eye. Forgive me. All right. Care Dad to take a shower. While he's showering, I'm going to take a hit of my pen, baby. And thank each and every one of y'all for tuning in. Shout out to my boy JT. Shout out to Sleepy Slumps. Thank y'all for just hitting me up in the comments, man. I know that it's been quite some time. I know that, like 2 months or whatever it is, but thank y'all for being patient with me. Thank y'all for continuing to support me and just coming through and showing me love whenever I'm on. I've said that in a lot of the videos that I've made. I'm not that great at this part of the thing. I'm getting better. I'm finishing up a Adam Smasher script. I love my lore videos that I call them like where the fuck or what the fuck is going on. So we're working on where the fuck is Adam Smasher, or what the fuck is Adam Smasher. I'm working on that, and I just finished up the last portions. I always go through and I added them, putting in my cuts where I want my cuts to go, adding in a little bit more comedic flair if I feel like I need to, and just fine-tuning those last details before I edit it, because that's part of my creative process. Is when I'm making the videos, the cuts that you see in those videos where they're cut into another movie, or the edits in the scenes, I type those in the script. You know what I mean? I put that in there so where I can, when I'm editing it and I look back on everything, I know what's supposed to happen or where jokes are supposed to be, how I'm going to time it up and things like that. So it does take some process. Even though I'm a one-man team, I'm not trying to make an excuse. The big deal is that this isn't my only job. So I used comparing myself to other creators. I did that a lot. I would get on and realize that, man, these people, like, they're cranking out videos non-stop, consistently cranking out videos. And then I realized that is because YouTube and YouTube content creation is their job. That is where they put the 8 to 10, 12 hours a day to make content. And that doesn't mean just the editing process. That means the research, the trending stuff and all that. They're keeping tabs on all that stuff. That takes a lot of effort and energy, even if they're a solo team that does the recording, does the editing all on their own. They don't have any other distractions, or not that many distractions like another job that takes up a lot of their time. All right, shower's done. Let's go ahead and get my tea on, because I murdered a couple people today. And when I murder some folks, I got to tee it up. And look at the detail in the fucking hand. You can see the hairs on my damn arm. And you're telling me I can't get food animations? You're telling me I can't customize my apartment a little bit, or customize all of my apartments to some degree instead of just the original one? Like, imagine if they would allow you to just change the skin in any of your cribs, any of them, all of them. If they allowed you to do that in the Glen apartment, if they allowed you to do that in Corpo. Now, I'm not saying that you can take it from rags to riches like that, but if the atmosphere of the place is already set, then you can make it just, change the color tones. Like, instead of it being black and red, I know that's the Arasaka colors. Maybe I can give it a little different color. Maybe I can make the furniture a different color. It can still be monochromatic, and maybe the lights don't change. Maybe I can't change that shit, but if I could change the couch, the floors, the tables, and stuff like that, I think that'd be fly as fuck to do in this apartment. You know what I mean? Because you could do it in one, but come on, man. Ugly ass wood floors adjacent to these black and gold walls. It's terrible. That's terrible. The carpet looked blue. I'm gonna hit my pen before I lose my mind. I appreciate y'all too, man. More than I'm about to call for. The pen got me. The pen hit me hard. But yeah, if I could change some of this stuff, that'd be cool. Because I love the apartment. I love the view. All this sexy shit. And I remember in the game too, they was like, hey, if you see a person in the streets, like this person right here in the gray, let me see if I can kneel down. This person right here in the gray, if I run outside right now, I can find this person in the gray. You know what I mean? That's what the game says. Now, we're going to pick a person. We're going to test that theory, shall we? Shall we test that? I say yes. Am I going to run out there in my shorts and tank top? Absolutely. Let's find us a person that's kind of walking towards us in a way. That way we have enough time to go catch them. All right, lady in the yellow at the stoplight. Let's go.
No way.
Shut up.
Not a miracle one. Just give me the cell. I won't make it myself.
Lady in yellow at the crosswalk directly in front of us. She better be crossing. Sorry, Naomi. Watch out. There she is. Lady in yellow standing at the crosswalk. How you doing, baby? I saw your ass from right up there. You know what I'm saying? I saw you from right up there, and I realized something. You, oh, she done walked away. Well, it was nice. Nice talking to you. Damn, she look like she got beat up. That girl look like she got beat up. Hold on now. Hold on now. Yeah, she like she got beat up a little bit. What's wrong with her? For those who don't know, these people right here, these are your exotics right here. Bitch look like an alien. She got a physique on her though. She ain't got much cheek on her though. She kind of flat in the backside. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think her frame is bad. It's just that backside it's non-existent. It's like they edited it out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just. You know, I guess aliens there ain't no thick aliens out here. I'll box your ass up in my outfit, boy, what? Tune his ass up. Oh, not again!
Why don't you control yourself?
What you gonna do? What's up, homie? What you gonna do, homie? Oh, you gonna start running? Motherfucking ass. What's up? Hmm?
You just crossed the line.
Yeah, what line was that? Goddamn belt line? I know I bumped him first. You didn't have to say that. You didn't have to talk to me like that. What? Oh, hey, how you doing? Naomi, I'm back. Thank you. You checking my mail? Or you changing these mailbox numbers? Whatever it is, fix it.
Fuck it. Nothing even matters.
He has a right attitude in 2077. He has the right attitude. He said nothing matters, man.
I need more time. I got a lot going on. Listen, if anything, you can take your shit back and force it on someone else.
Hey. You got 2 drinks here. Y'all hanging out?
Uh-huh.
He looked stressed. He looked like, man, we were chilling, and then whoever called her starting to make her upset now. Sorry, brother. Hey, info flash with my celebrity crush.
Seems Roy Levesque, CTO of More Technologies, caused his limo to crash into a school bus, killing 10 kids. Levesque was arrested likely to face up to 40 years in prison. Just kidding. He's way too rich for that. No, Roy hasn't been charged with anything. In fact, later that evening, he was at a charity event in City Hall to raise money for the children.
This, oh man. Hey, come on, y'all.
I'm kidding. Oh God, so naive. It's like people never even watch my show. Honestly, who cares about some snotty-nosed brats? The fundraiser was run by Councilman Gonzalez's election committee. But Roy did express his deepest sympathies for victims' families. Damn it.
So this is something that they've added into Cyberpunk that I'm very happy about, especially over this time, is things in the back, like in the background, the world with that in which you like kind of are in. They've upgraded some of these commercials and these things like that, because this, I don't know how long this commercial necessarily has been on, but it was not on here last time I was flipping through channels. And I used to watch like the TV in this game, because just like with GTA, if you've played GTA 5, if you played San Andreas, the commercials are part of the world building. They've created their own advertisements, companies, and all that really build up the world around you. And 2077 is no different. And you can get a lot of information that kind of ties in from what you're playing into what's going to happen or to what's happening in the world, so that it gives you a richer lore than just kind of like what you're getting through each mission that you go on. You know what I mean? Wish I could lay on the couch and chill. And I wish I could sit in this fucking chair too. Or like in GTA, you call over a scripper. Close my door. What if I was butt naked in here? What if I was bucking nude up in here, huh? All right, get my cigarette. Take a drag. I think I will. Y'all gotta tell me, man. Was it harder when you lost Jackie? That might be an easy win, because I think personally, Jackie is like it hurt losing Jackie, even though he wasn't there for a long time. It hurt losing him just because of what he meant to V and that montage that you got, you know. But I would say this: what was harder, losing Evelyn, Songbird, Alex, or yeah, I'll say out of those three ladies, who was the hardest to, like, if you end up playing it different ways, who was the hardest? You know what I mean? Songbird, was it losing Songbird, losing Alex, or losing Evelyn? Ooh, Edge Runner 2. Oh, yes. Yes, please. I am with you, hands down. Edge Runner 2, my black ass up, please. It's gonna be such a good anime. The fact, this is the funny thing that is why I wish that they would add more world building, more like little tidbits that make up Cyberpunk's whole thing. Because in the Edge Runner series, they hung out at the bars. They went to these different, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was jogging. He got in shape and shit. That was part of the series. But then when you get to the game, that's all gone. Like, you don't have any of that. You don't have any of those abilities. I can't lift weights. I can't do anything. And my first apartment that I'm in has a gym downstairs. Why? Why can't I touch the weights? Even if I can't lift heavy because I don't have the fibers, I don't have the enhancements, I don't have whatever it is that I need, I should still be able to go work out or touch a weight or interact with it. And you can't. And when I go jogging in this game, if I choose to run, There is no benefit. I don't get increased stamina. I don't get anything like that. You know what I mean? In GTA, if you go jogging down the street, or if you go swimming, or if you ride your bike or anything like that, it increases your stamina. You know what I'm saying? That is something that, in my opinion, helps out, because one of the first. So let's just take it back, because some of y'all may be thinking, with Space, I don't think that they could have done any of that stuff. I disagree. I think that was what the game was originally supposed to be, because one of the first missions you do when you're in your apartment is you go down there and you start firing off a gun. You start, working in the gun range. You get where I'm coming from? There is nothing there after that. There's nothing. I don't even think I can go back and use the gun range like I did before. You know what I'm saying? If we're going to give it a shot. I'm going to stand on that right now. I don't think I can go back to that apartment, walk into that area, and then just go shoot guns again and work on target practice, which, in my opinion, would be a great way to test any of the weapons that you get. Instead of testing them live in the field, test them on the targets. See what they shoot like, see what their trajectories are, learn about the weapon and all that other stuff. That would be dope. Even when you're doing stuff like on the computer in your office, you're limited to the information and everything that you can go on. Like almost every single site besides the car site is all work. They're there for nothing. When I wish that you can dive deeper into some of those things and do some of those things. Like in GTA, you have a stock market. In this game, a stock market would be great to have in this game. Especially if you're in the corpo world, you can play the stock market. You can do stuff, not that you have to be like watching that and doing all that shit. No, it doesn't have to be a stock market, like full on mini game, but to be able to get yourself involved with the net, or even as a net runner, to be able to plug into the net and traverse the net. Limitations, cool. You can't go all over the place. You can't go to the black wall. Cool. Maybe that's something that you upgrade towards, you know what I'm saying? Because when you were with Brigitte and all that other stuff, they took you to the black wall and you saw how difficult that was. It took a bunch of net runners and they all went there to get to the black wall. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying that you can't get there, but I think that if you get there, there'll just be some limitations, kind of like some boundaries or whatever it is, kind of like there is now. You can see it, you can get to it, but you can't cross it. You know what I mean? But if you could, as a net runner, be able to access the net, duh. But you can't access the net on here. You're living in the real world, and the only time you access the net is if you're accessing it for a mission. Why the fuck am I I'm just a net runner to hack things? Cool. How do I practice my hacking ability? I would love to be able to plug into the net and do that. Run some more of those programs that was given to me at the beginning of the game, where the tutorial programs. Run more of those. I know T-Bug is not there, but I should be able to go buy those things, go buy BDs, go buy these programs and use them. Sounds too detailed? I don't think so. When you already have them, when you already have the mechanics for that type of stuff in the game, you could limit. You don't have to make 20,000 programs or BDs or whatever it is to help me as a tutorial. If there was 10 to 5 of them in the world that would allow us to do certain things, that would be awesome. You know what I'm saying? And then you can tweak those over time. But think about the Matrix, for instance. You're able to get into the Matrix and you're able to learn jujitsu, learn all this stuff and do all these things, and they're just programs. And what if, instead of, how you collect albums, what if you collect the programs? Like, I go around and I find those little drives, or I find those BDs, and that's how I gain access to them if I don't just outright go to Dogtown or something like that and buy them. I think that'd be worthwhile. I think that'd be something that it would be a great, unique thing that just Cyberpunk is doing. You know what I'm saying? Like allowing, and that it's already integrated into the world that we have. I can sit down in my living room right now, take the headset, because you think about again. Is it possible? Was it something that they could have implemented? Let's just chop this up real quick, okay? If you think about it, Judy gives you a BD rig. Why? Because I feel that there were going to be pieces of the game that they should still add that were going to allow you to play BDs, and you can actually go buy BDs, but you can't use them. You can't play them. You can't see them. You can't do anything with them. It's just like collecting albums on here. You can grab any of these samurai albums or whatever it is, but you can't play them at all. That would be dope if the music you collected, you were able to play on the record player. So if I collect a certain fucking thing from the Samurai Crew or whoever else I collect the album from, that adds it into my collection. Your Merc should be more like, they should have more life than just it being point A, point B, and back to point A. I'm curious about point C. I want to go check that out. I want to see what's up in there. I'm curious about point Y. I want to go over there and see some things. You know what I mean? But it's very point A, point B, back to point A. You know, and then along the way you might pick up a little something, so it's kind of whatever it is along the way, but it has no significance, so it's not even a whole nother point. And that's in my, and for me, that's a misstep, because it seeming like they already had these ideas. I'm not saying anything new. I'm not saying anything that CDPR probably hasn't even thought about in full. But the reason I say that is because it seems like even stuff like this right here, like, look at this. They didn't have these commercials. I'm not jiving with y'all. This stuff is new. This is a full-on car advertisement for a Mishitani. Like, they didn't have this. Like, look at that shit. Like, y'all can't tell me Cyberpunk ain't cooking. That's new. That's brand fucking new. Wow. So yeah, if they could add more of that type of stuff to the game, that would be dope. So just like I'm saying, like, I go to my computer. Want to go to the net. So I have NC Inquirer, the fifth corporate, you know what I mean, blah, 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 world, contact. That's all you got. Front page. Not bad, right? Nothing. That's all this is. Since the very beginning, Militech has been led by strong and decisive leaders who are guarded. Yeah. But what I'm really trying to say is there's just very, very plain stuff on here. Like, you can't click any of this stuff, the Lizzy Wizzy shit. Like, none of this stuff is interactive. And then two, we better fucking have access to the Crystal Palace. There's just some things missing. You know what I mean? We have all this stuff that seems like it should be a very heavy part of the world, but a lot of things are missing. And I say that with so much love for this game still. It's just that they already had things that it seems like they were going to be adding into the game that were just taken away. And we already know some of the reasons why it was taken away originally, but why hasn't it been added now? Young, what's happening? Trying to figure out how Cyberpunk is so good, yet they still haven't brought some of the things that were already originally supposed to be for the game. And it's just, why not? We got so much time. before Cyberpunk 2 is even a realization, before we get gameplay, before we get anything. We got so much time, probably another couple years maybe. Why can't they add that shit into this game? Why can't I have new relationship partners? Why can't I customize every single one of my apartments and make them look sexy, even if it's their own design? Adding more commercials, I'm already seeing that, which I think is pretty damn cool. More things to access on the web would be pretty fucking awesome. When I call different numbers, I can do that. Different interactions outside of my apartment, going to the club, going to a bar, eating some food, hanging out with friends, doing any goddamn thing. Other than... Sorry, that was weed. That's weed. Other than killing people. You know what I'm saying? And depending on who I am, depending on the life path that I choose to play as, having a few more, immersive things added into it. I was talking about the Night Runner. If they literally gave the Net Runner, I said Night Runner, the Net Runner, the access to the net. I can't even purchase a damn chair. So like, why doesn't that make sense? Like, think about that. Okay, I'm a Net Runner. Why wouldn't I have somewhere in my apartment, somewhere in this fucking facility here, a goddamn tub? You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't I have a space for me to run? Like, why? This is a closet. Why not behind the photo? I walk up in there, and then that's where my chair is. If you're not a Net Runner, you might not have access to that shit. You know what I'm saying? But if you're a Net Runner, that's something that you get. That's a little tweak you get. If you're more of a brute, you have access to, like, your arsenal is a little bit different. You know what I mean? You have more whatever the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? But this room right here, if I was a Net Runner, it would absolutely have weapons, but there would be a chair. You know what I'm saying? That maybe it limits to that. Maybe depending on the life path that you choose or how you choose to play the game, your war room is constructed a little bit differently. Am I going too far? Am I reaching? Am I reaching too wild? Cause I got a bed here. And another thing, if you're saying that there's fitness stuff available, and in the anime your character's fitness is part of his growth, why can't I grab a kettlebell, do some shit with it, do something with dumbbells, do something with the jump rope, go down to the gym in the other apartment in the mega building and do something? You've lost your mind, Space. I know. But y'all can't tell me I'm lying. A Sub-Zero SP5. This car is not available right now, and that bitch looks sexy as fuck. Yeah, I just wish there was more of that. I wish there was more customizable armor and shit like that too, to make my character look a little more unique. You know what I mean? Like, if when it comes to like my hands and the way that I look, my feet and all that stuff, like if I had different augmentations, they should look different. You know what I mean? Or I should be able to change them, and have that. But who knows what CDPR is working on? They said that there's no way New Game Plus is coming. That there's, mod support most likely ain't coming. So are they done with the game? We don't know. But there's also rumors going around talking about another potential expansion, blah 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 blah. The thing that I get upset with at times, especially being a Cyberpunk fan, is that my news feed, my Google feed and stuff like that, is heavily influenced with Cyberpunk information. And most of the time I get excited when they're like, ooh, new whatever it is to the game. Hey V, enjoying the, what'd she say? Crystal Coast working like a charm. Good to hear from you, True. Let's say that. I almost lost I did lose my train of thought for a quick second. Got all straight now. Couldn't have done it without you. Too sentimental. People think you've gone soft. Some rubber and wash those turns Well, don't. Otherwise, what's the fun? Claire. I would have. I know Claire transitioned from a man to Claire. Claire was fine. I don't care what y'all say. Claire was hot. Claire had a little fire to her. She had a little attitude to her. Sucks that her husband got killed or whatever it was. She was loyal. I mean, she could work good with her hands and things like that. Claire was up there, man. Claire was up there, man. What do you think about the potential of maybe a DLC pertaining to more side gigs and fleshing out side stories? Thought we would have got something for the 5th year. Both of y'all are making very great points right now. I've talked about I've talked about that. I've made a video about that. Like where it was like what they could do to help enhance the game. Let's be clear. Okay? Let's all just take a step back and just be honest. Outside of what CDPR has given us, you know what I mean? I'm going to be honest. They don't necessarily owe us a fucking thing. Because as of today, this game, I said it earlier, this game is a very, very heavy competitor for a few year stretches, like a couple years back, this year too, for Game of the Year. I think that as of now, this game could sweep a Game Awards show. If it was brand new, nobody knew about Cyberpunk, nobody knew what was going on outside of the buzz that we got at that time, where it was like, come in when it's ready, blah, 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 this is what we're going to do. And then they gave us this, and then was talking about the Phantom Liberty expansion pack and what that was going to do and blah, blah, blah. This game would be Game of the Year. Easy. With it being in its current state. I would still complain about it after I played it, but I would have been like, this is a fucking amazing game, just how I talk about it now. But yes, side gigs, yes. I would love more, and not just side gigs where I'm whipping out the hammer. You know what I'm saying? I want side gigs that help expand the world and help make my character more relatable. I'm not trying to say I need to be able to feel like I'm V. What I mean is like I'm relating to how this person lives in this world and what they're doing in this world. V moved back to Night City for some reason. You know what I mean? Things wasn't going well where they were at and they came back. People like Dex left Night City and came back, was trying to do other things in other cities and then came back. You know what I mean? Like Night City has something to it, and I feel that we have not been able to truly explore all of Night City the way that I think that would allow us to, I don't know, care about like this world outside, more so than what we already do. Like when I boot up into this game, I do like, there's times where I just want to cause mayhem. I don't care. And then there's times where I want to feel like I'm a part of the world, following the traffic, walking, doing things like that, standing at the crosswalk until the thing says go, shit like that. Like I'm a part of the world. I'm interacting with things. I'm mingling in with the people. But if they gave us more missions that expanded on that type of stuff and gave us more in the world of Night City, I would hands down love that. I even said I'd pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Like I would pay for that shit. If that's what they wanted to do if CDPR decided, hey, we want to make like, not necessarily like a live service, but we want to continue to bring more DLCs and expansions, some free, some paid. That's just the path we're going to go on right now. Instead of it being a microtransaction situation like GTA 5, don't do that. Give us things that I don't give a fuck about if my character gets stronger, better, or whatever it is by just buying something. I don't want that. No. If it changes my character's look, if I can get bigger muscled gorilla arms or a bigger chest plate or a skinnier chest plate or whatever the hell I wanted to do to enhance that, I absolutely would pay for that. Or just what the modding community is doing. You take some of that shit, throw it in here, I'd pay for that shit. Hands down. I'm already donating to the modding community. So why not pay for it? And give these people like a really good chance of making some great money and then making a really good team that can, make Cyberpunk 2 the shit. I'm still vouching for an Unreal edition of Cyberpunk 2077. with all the shit that we're talking about now. You know what I mean? And then for the 5th year anniversary thing, I thought the same thing. I thought that there was going to be something given to us for all, not like given to us as in like, oh, well, you know, again, you owe us. I don't think CDPR owes us any. If anything, they've given us what they owed us. They've given us a playable game with a lot of content and a bunch of shit and reasons to enjoy what we're playing. You know what I mean? Like, they've given us that. But it's the 5th year anniversary, and they were. I'm tired of CDPR having these like huge hype situations and nothing comes out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had a whole oh my God, and I love, which I'm working on, like, kind of implementing stuff like that for another video too, but just the interview with Mike Pondsmith that they had on the Red stream. It was like the 5th anniversary hype was more that than anything that had to do with the game itself. There's no snowy Night City. You know what I'm saying? There's none of that. Did I change my clothes? No, I didn't. So yeah, it would have been dope. It would have been dope to get something. I would have even taken, and this is where we're stretching as far as like lengthwise. Just like a, how can I put it? Like a rewind mission. A mission that we did not get to do with Jackie or something like that could have been in the game. I know that they said Jackie probably was supposed to be taken out a lot sooner than when he was, but they stretched it out a little bit more, and then they introduced Johnny Silverhand because Johnny Silverhand was supposed to get more screen time. But if we can go back and play a couple or one major mission that maybe takes like 4 to 6 hours, something like that, with Jackie again, I think that would be dope. That would be a cool ass, like, hey, thank you guys for sticking around, blah, 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 you know, and appreciate your support over the years. And then that would have been dope. It didn't have to hint towards anything, it didn't have to do anything, but if we could have had a mission just going back in the past, you know, doing something with Jackie, kind of a mission that helped lead us, you know what I mean, that pushed us forward in the progression. Maybe one of the missions that we got to see a clip of during the montage, you know, whatever Padre sent us to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we brought him back to case, and he was like, whatever he sent us to do, we could have played that mission, or like whatever mission it was where you're shooting the guy and you throw the gun in his face. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could have done something like that, and I think that could have been pretty dope as a 5th year anniversary piece of content. You know what I mean? Give me a second. I'm gonna hit this one more time, and then my Merc already slept. We're gonna get some food in him. For those who are just tuning in, I'm just chilling, playing. We're talking, we're chatting it up. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get back into the vibe. I'm on vacation right now. I erased by accident my main profile. It ruined me. I just stopped making cyberpunk content, and then on top of that, I'm building my first ever wellness club, and it's a small gym that I've kind of used my personal training to get me to this point, and then I'm building that as a kind of exclusive wellness facility, and I'm excited about that. But for those who didn't know that part of my life, I ended up just kind of getting very depressed about cyberpunk and dove headfirst into that. And now I told myself and I promised myself that I was going to make some content while I was on vacation. And here we are. So shout out to each and every one of y'all. Shout out to my boy Justin. Shout out to Sleepy. Shout out to Young. I appreciate y'all more than y'all could ever understand. I know that at times it's up and down with my schedule. I don't always make content, but good news to y'all. I just got to tweak some things, refine a couple things for Adam Smasher script, get that video out there. And for those who don't know, yes, it would be cool to be sponsored and all this other stuff. At the end of the day, if I could just get recognition from Cyberpunk, like to where I can get invited to some things, play games, and bring y'all exclusive content like that for the viewers who would like to hang with me, I'd love to do that at max. But being well-known content creator, being wealthy off of content creating, I really don't care about that, especially if the authenticity isn't there. And if I don't feel that I'm making good content. That's outside of what happened with the Cyberpunk save. That's partly why I don't make content all the time. It's because at times I just don't feel that what I'm making, I'm not putting myself into it more so than just trying to pump out content as quickly as I can. And a lot of my content suffers because of that, especially when you're not a well-known content creator. And I know people might juxtapose that by being like, well, since you're not known, you need to be putting out a lot of content. You need to just get eyes on you. You need to get eyes on you. I don't want that. If I'm going to make content, I want to make good content. So whenever people do see it, it's of quality, regardless if they follow or not. You know what I'm saying? And then when I do live streams, I'm not on here trying to pander, like follow me, subscribe to my channel, blah, 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 blah. If you feel the vibration and you dig it, subscribe. If you don't, that's okay too. There's plenty of other people out there that might say the right thing, might have more information, more whatever it is, or that really influence you or get you going. And that's what I'm hoping you find. If I'm along that pathway or that trajectory, I'm cool with that too. If you stay here for a few months, if you stay here for a lifetime, doesn't matter to me. I just appreciate people for coming through and chilling with me. I appreciate the folks that stick around, even though I don't make content as consistently as I can. And for those folks who can get Cyberpunk content anywhere, probably still do, and choose to come back when I'm live or when I'm doing something, man, that fills my cup more than I could ever exclaim. So thank y'all, man. I really mean that. And ending 2025 on a note like that, I couldn't have asked for anything more. I want to do my due diligence and making more content, because just chilling here with y'all right now, even though I'm just kicking it with y'all, feels like where I'm supposed to be. It feels like this is a part of my life outside of fitness. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. So I really want to like kind of bathe in that for a little bit and see how this feels. So be prepared. I might be streaming tomorrow. I might be streaming the next day until I go back, until I go back to work. And that's it. So we're going to have some fun. Ooh, doggy. All right. Gig now. We just got to go wipe out this last Cyber Psycho, because part of what I was doing today was trying to clean up this whole side of the map of Cyber Psychos, and I got most of them out of this area. I just got one more over there, and then the rest of them are kind of like in the low half, and I got another one, I think, way out here. So we're just going to do a spot at a time. Do I have any more in Dogtown? No, I think I got the one that was outside of, nope, right here. That's the one that's right outside of Dogtown. All right. So we'll sweep down after we get done taking care of the person up top. We'll come down here, handle the one that's in Dogtown, clean up any other ones that might be in this area. I'm not seeing any more. So we'll come all the way down to Dogtown after that, and then we'll make our way to the right-hand side, and then we'll go out into the Badlands, take care of everything else out there, and then we're done with our Cyber Psycho situation. And on this profile, I'm trying not to kill the Cyber Psychos. I haven't killed one. I take that back. That is a lie. I did kill one of the Cyber Psychos, but luckily I restarted that save. And instead of them being in chunks and in pieces because of what I did, they instead were just kind of rolling on the ground, you know, kind of holding their face, kind of a thing. And I was like, yeah. So I got to send Regina a different text message. Just saying, sometimes things went left. Ooh. I'm glad I remembered to change my clothes, because if I didn't, I wouldn't remember to grab my weapons either. So what else was I taking last time? I was taking, I'm always going to take Liberty. That's my fucking piece. The axe. And then I have been taking one throwing knife, which is this one. Just return time is pretty dope, except in comparison to the axe, I think they're both a little bit different. So let me see. Yeah, that return time is ass. All right, cool. This is what I'm rolling with. I got my Merc clothes on. How y'all doing? Wait, you're not on my list, is you? Just kidding. I don't know if anybody knows I'm a mercenary in my building. They probably just see me leaving like, the fuck is that weirdo? Not realizing. You don't want to find out.
10 years and it finally paid off. Fate! The first time. I also couldn't believe it.
All right, Naomi, I'll be back. You getting evicted, aren't you? You're getting evicted, aren't you? Yeah. Either that or his lady cheated on him. Either way, bad time. All right, let's go ahead and hop on. Part of the reason why I take my motorcycle everywhere too is just because weaving in and out of traffic is a shit ton easier if I'm flying around and I'm not really caring about the traffic laws. Woo! I knew I was about to. I thought I was gonna hit him, but I knew I was close. Shut up. No way. Ooh, little slide. It's okay. Which way you going, baby? Oh my God. Oh my back. Oh. This son of a bitch. Did anybody see that person? I can't blame them. That's what I get for driving like an idiot, but whatever. Oh, wrong way. Wrong way. Shut up, man. I took a hit. Boy, this guy is so fucking hilarious to me. Bottoms up. That was the happiest person in Cyberpunk. That is the happiest person that's ever in Cyberpunk, is that guy right there. I think we're over here. It looked like we were over there by the Glen, but I don't think we are. Boom, 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 boom. Are they gonna blow up this car in front of me? Sometimes that happens. All right, what did she say? Hey, Maelstrom got a cyber psycho problem as usual. I'm only interested in the problem. Yeah. Police drones just spotted some weird symbols on the ground surrounded by tons of blood. Wild guess. Oh, I know which one this is. I know which cyber psycho this is. It's that badass girl that comes out of that pool. This is where the whole like the prophet or whatever his name is, and a lot of this stuff when it comes to not the macabre, but more of like that kind of demonic side or spiritual side of Cyberpunk 2077. where shit can get a little crazy. I don't know why I went invisible. Didn't mean to do that. But yeah, this girl, they're resurrecting or trying to resurrect a demon. Yep. Yep. I'm okay. You know, sometimes you just don't want to. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just don't want to. But we're gonna go. We're gonna get all up in these people's ass. Cause, yep, this right here. She's gonna rise up out of that. And all hell is gonna break loose. What's up, John?
Lovely neighborhood.
Right.
Look at the moon.
What in the fuck?
Here we go. He gonna fall over?
You okay?
Lilith has concealed the 10th circle from the ancestors' eyes.
That's right.
The hell is this?
Got a bad feeling, V.
Better look around.
I want to rob this guy first, though. Hey, here it is. Okay. Already encrypted it, though. She's just chilling in there. I'm gonna get in there in just a second. Give me a sec. I got my knuckles out. I'm ready. You know. Look at all this shit. All right, look at all this. They hack shit up around here, boy. You got nothing on you? Weak ass nigga. All right, let's do this. Oh! No, I'm just kidding. I thought there was gonna be like a, demon back there. No, we're all good. I know the area is hostile, damn it.
Grimy.
Hey, girl. Ah! What, Johnny? Fuck, you gonna help? You gonna help me out? Motherfucker. I don't want that lady to come out of there. I want her to leave me alone. She's dangerous. Let me collect a few things before I continue on. Lilith and her goddamn party. Oh, that's the motherfucker right there. Did I not examine this dude already? I've examined all these people. So, what part am I missing? There it is. No. Nope. Trying to see if I can get behind her ass and grab her. Lady, don't do this. Lady, don't do this. Don't watch me. I'm nobody. I'm nobody. I'm literally.
Oh.
Can I grab her? Nope, I can't grab her. God damn it. So I'm gonna have to beat her ass up. Oh my gosh, she's fucking me up. Never mind. Just run. Oh, she's back. Yes. Sit your ass down. Sit your ass down. Let's go. I'm happy when I don't have to kill him. That cripple your movement thing is very potent, baby. All right, I'm waiting for them to show me the shard so I can read it. The boys have prepared everything and found me a lamb. Blood will course through the fiber optics, swirling and blending with the digital, opening the gates of the abyss. Death within arm's reach. The metallic taste of his scythe on my tongue. Oh my God, this is getting sexy. I will tug at the tangled cables of fate. A hard reset, a blue screen, a brain reformatted. I'm ready. Luck be with me. Well, you knocked out, so I don't know how lucky your ass was. But she was very unlucky the first time I ran into her, because I blew her fucking head off, by the way. There was no playing games that late, because she was moving too fast. I was like, hell no. I was already scared. I was already kind of like on my horror jive right then and there when I was walking in that thing. I was kind of like, oh, hell no. Oh, no. Something about this ritual went wrong, seriously wrong. Places covered in guts and blood. Must have had something to do with uploading the brain into the net and straddling the border between life and death. Only the girl who jacked in couldn't handle it. She went psycho and started tearing into her chooms. I thought women were more resistant to cyberpsychosis. Anyway, at least we have her alive. Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing. Preem, sending a ride. Managed to extract some more data from her, but not much. You know how it is with Militech. Get too nosy and they start sending you death threats. Look like Mara was chipped with experimental combat implants. Maybe there was some glitch in the code that made her snap. I'll look into it. Thanks again. Yeah, you look into it, baby. Ah! What's her name? Zariah Hughes. Woman with heavily modified net running cyberware and long sharp blades. Acute irreversible psychosis. Acute irreversible? Irreversible psychosis. Regina, you got your hands cut out for you. All right. So that's all the cyber psychos in the northern part of the map. I'm very happy about that. That's something that I wanted to accomplish a little while back. They're saying that shit's right next to me. It's by my bike. Who's out there fucking around by my bike? Hey, listen, motherfucker. Knock his ass out. Silver earring. I'm selling that. Give me the money too. You don't need it. You read this conversation. Okay, transports there. Mark the right container. Revere courier service will be tomorrow to pick it up. Day after tomorrow across the border. I knew there was a secondary. Oh, wait. What am I leaving? What do you got on you? A money shard? Give me that goddamn money shard. Fucking get the fuck out of here. Make sure ain't nobody in there. Punk knife. I'll take it. €32. I'll take that too. Tier 5. All right. So when you get there, mark the right container with TC8X. That's the agreement with Revere CS. But careful around there. It's easy to catch a shiv in the ribs. Or a silenced projectile to the back of the head. Did they mark the container with what they said? That's my question. No. Man, sometimes motherfuckers just don't listen. Sometimes y'all just don't listen. You know what I'm saying? You just don't listen. That's why he got killed. What's your excuse? Huh? What's your excuse? Sad face. Yeah, I know. Yeah, sad mother. Boy, I just want to. They don't know who I am. So that's the good news. They haven't seen my face. You have, though. You see my face. No, I'm just kidding. I'm leaving her alone. Leave her alone. Leave. You know what I mean? I'm just go. I know I cause a lot of trouble. I know I cause a scene. I'm gonna just go home. You know what I'm saying? Take my black ass home. See, oh yeah, matter of fact, now that we're on this side of town, let's go into the gun store. So I was talking about that. You can't use the gun range no more. Which is like, why? Why? Oh, y'all mother.
We win or we die.
Are you a girl? Oh, I think she died. Damn it, I think I shot her whole leg off. Didn't mean to do that. Hey, bud, I don't know who the hell you is, man. But... Matter of time with what? Let it out. Let it out. Let it all out. Let it all out. Dumbass. Do I leave one of you alive to tell the tale? Well, guess what? It ain't gonna be your fucking ass. Look at this. Putting up cars. Stop this. Blocking traffic. Poor people need to go home. Sons of bitches out here. You gonna be the one. You might be dead though. This a dude. Sorry, brother, but your ass is grass too. Oh, I missed. Guess I missed. I'm gonna have to beat you to death now. Do you have a gun? I'm gonna take that and sell that. I was hoping she might be the last survivor, but I don't know. She might be dead too. I know this lady is dead. I shot her leg off by accident. I literally was just trying to knock her ass unconscious. But she is bleeding heavily. So sorry. I mean, y'all the ones that jumped me though. Maybe. Maybe they put up the roadblock. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have to. Could just let that shit go.
92.9 Night FM. Experience mystery on the dark side of radio.
Time's running out, but the music never stops. 101.9, The Dirge.
Ooh, that's that black and blue. Motherfucker. On one of my Neon V episodes, I had this song. And I think sometimes when you're trying to find tracks that really help you, that fit into a scene, you start appreciating songs a little bit different. I do wish we can go into this building here. Like if we can go into Trauma Center. Till I'm black and blue. All right, we're gonna go back. I told myself that I doubt that you can go back to the gun range and shoot off your gun. Watch out, man! So, for those who are wondering, I haven't touched this car yet. That is the original car that you get because as soon as you get into it, this taxi cab, aka Delamain, runs right into your shit. And that's what kicks off the Delamain missions. And I wanna that's something I've just been wanting to do at the end. Because that's like the first mission you get into once you're living your life normally. And one thing that pisses me off a little bit more than just, not even a little bit more, but at the same level, at the same level as my, just real obsession with them, like not adding a couple of more of the immersive features into the game, is that I don't have access to that mansion that you get when you have that the sunrise or whatever it is mission ending. Basically the one that you can see from across the hall, from across the way.
Hey, get back here.
The fuck up. See, why can't I come down here and touch some of this? Like, why can't I interact with some of this stuff? He's deadlifting. I want a deadlift. I want a curl. I thought he was deadlifting. He's not deadlifting. He's curling that shit.
And let your tongue be amazed. All through.
Who do I spy? A happy new gun owner, I hope.
See? See? You can't go back into the gun range and do anything. Why? Why? Because it seems like even the fact that they added that in as a mission, if you stayed in this apartment, you should be able to go back in there. But they don't give you any access to that stuff. It's like first time uses only. And then everything is gone. Everything is taken away. And that is I know what I'm saying. That shit's trash. Guillotine, huh? I'm gonna get rid of this one. Let's sell it. Sell both of these. See, let me hit this, man. Let me get my workout on this, man.
Don't tell me that's a Chin Gucci.
All right, we're gonna head back. I don't think I have the cat in this profile. I think that was the profile that I ended up losing. I'm not getting back nowhere, man. You say that shit again. Lucky I can't pull out a damn gun in here. Actually, I think I can. Yes, I can. I'm not gonna shoot the police though. Active Chimera Core. You know what's up. Y'all know what's up. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't have no cat. Not in this one. I could easily go get it, I think. I just gotta go get the I gotta go buy the cat food and put it in the bowl. Do all that shit, you know what I'm saying? And then I can get the cat again. Cause like you see how this place, like you can customize the color tones of the apartment in this one here. I wish they allowed you to do that in every apartment. You know what I'm saying? I wish they gave you the ability to do that in every apartment. And the apartment I was saying I wish we can get is this one right here. Like that's a crib. That is the crib. Got a little fucking helipad out here, you know what I'm saying? 28 or whatever it is, 28 or whatever. I don't need the helipad. I don't need to have something like land up there. I don't need to have anything up there. But for my black ass to be able to live up in there and rub my ass on that couch up in there, that'd be nice. That'd be real sexy. Oh. Let's see. Look in the damn mirror. What do I look like? I'm like a fool. Like a goddamn fool. What a fool. All right. I unfortunately got to get ready here in a bit, but I don't know if y'all are, if I'm not tired, if I'm not too exhausted, then I'll stream again tonight just so I can just have some fun. I'm off. It's Christmas Eve. I have nothing to do. I have nothing going on. I'm not spending time with my family or anything like that. It's not that I don't want to. My family is mostly back south, so it's all good. And I'm the youngest kid of the youngest kid, and we moved. So my connection with a lot of my family back south ain't as deep as like my older brothers is or anything like that. I'm kind of like a little bit of the one that's not behind the ball, but just I didn't get to know them that well. So, and my social anxiety and things that I'm working through, they very much allow me to feel more comfortable spending time by myself in space and stuff like this. So I'm gonna get to hang out with y'all. But before I get up out of here, let me give y'all a shout out, man. Sleepy Slugs, thank you so much for coming through and hanging out with me. I appreciate you for chopping it up with me more than you could ever understand. as well. My boy Justin for coming through. Young, thank you for coming through and showing some love too. If y'all want to, if I'm streaming later on tonight and y'all are up, y'all ain't got nothing going on, I'm not saying if you do spend time with your family, hang out with your folks, do y'all thing. But I'll be on later on tonight, man. It might be later, like late, but we'll see what's cracking. So thank y'all again, man. We'll be back with some Cyberpunk. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe out there. Happy Christmas Eve. Happy holidays to those who don't celebrate Christmas. And for those who don't celebrate the holidays, happy Thursday. Much love to y'all. Be safe. And I mean, like, don't start no shit, don't take no shit. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, defend yourself. All right, y'all, man. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Sending y'all all love. And my black ass is going to get the fudge up out of here, baby. And let me think. I'm trying to think if I can give y'all a time. I'll try to be on like 7 or 8 my time, PST right now. So it's technically, what time is it right now? I don't even know. I don't even have my damn watch on. It's 10:19 my time right now. So adjust that to wherever y'all are at right now. I'll be back on later on tonight. So I'll holler at y'all. All right. Take care, man. I'm out. Peace.